Okay. First move.
All right. Can I be X?
Yeah.
All right. X.
Fuck, it's always the corner one. It's a testament to how well of a tic-tac-toe player you are.
You've been trained?
If you go for that X. But I've also learned
there's a counter.
that if you go here,
I think that's right.
that evens out the advantage of what you're going through here. So
you know what though? Just to toss it up mid-game,
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my letter.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Boom.
Oh man. Okay. Shit. He took the center space.
Those
I
of you
took
that
the mid-center space
aren't
of the
watching,
corner.
If you're listening, we're trying to get down to this insane game
Shit.
of tic-tac-toe. So far,
I'm gonna go with the vowels then.
Go. Get an eye. Hit an eye.
Shit.
For that imagine.
Yeah. I was like, wait. Basic shit.
I gotta go.
I was gonna give it to.
I almost gave that up. I had to go back to the X because otherwise I was gonna lose track of which moves were mine.
I think it's already cats, man.
Yeah. Let's go with cats.
It's already cats game.
Let's
Fuck.
go. All right.
I'm glad we're working hard though.
There, we played tic-tac-toe.
Yeah.
Feel better?
So everyone's
Shout out.
asking. Done.
The Social Nuisance Podcast.
Oh, shit.
Doing the Dougie?
Okay, bitches, you guys are going to be my
You say the Dougie?
phone.
Yeah, the Dougie.
Oh, we're going to
Just
town.
had the Dougie. I didn't remember how the
They're podcasting.
We're podcasting right now.
Dougie. Social nuisance.
Social Nuisance Podcast. How you guys doing? My name is Imagine.
He's a badass motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck is up?
Yeah, Social Nuisance Podcast. What the fuck is up, motherfuckers? Yes, hello and welcome to the Social Nuisance Podcast, our weekly discussion of all things current, requiring further insight, opinions, questions, and otherwise kick-in-your-face perspectives towards the betterment of humanity. Subscribe and leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening, and get in on the discussions by liking our Facebook page and following us on Instagram, where you can comment on the stories for the show at Social Nuisance Podcast. My name's Imagine, and joining me as always, a man who goes for seconds before someone else has even gotten there first. Motion.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, man.
I'm glad to be back.
Yes.
I'm still getting over the amount of drinking that we went down
With Dipsomaniacs?
With the Dipsomaniacs. So
Yeah.
shout
That
out
was
to
an
them for coming
average
through.
Wednesday. Average
Yeah.
Wednesday for me.
I was like, oh man.
Oh,
Dude.
dude.
It's been a cool minute. That was fun, man.
It was fun.
Shout out them for coming through. That was a great
people.
time.
And I wish I would have known. I know that they had just said that they were, they just said husband and wife. But
Yeah.
I didn't find out till after that they were newlyweds.
Like newlyweds? Like,
Yeah, like absolutely recently married.
like months?
I think less than months, dude.
Really?
Yeah, they're.
Oh shit, we fucked up. Missed that boat.
Well, they didn't tell us, dude.
That's true.
They're trying to be low key with that shit.
Oh. I would have
shout
found
out
a way
to
to
the-
celebrate
to the
that.
newlyweds.
Yeah,
I
shout out to
would've too.
newlyweds. Yeah. fuck.
Congratulations, you guys. So,
Next time?
that's that. I did offer to remarry them to their new people.
Okay.
On the last
I mean,
episode.
that's a good deal, right?
Yeah, I mean, they look like a great first husband and first wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't we all?
Yeah. I plead the fifth.
Plead the
1, 2, 3, 4,
fifth.
fifth.
How's your week, man?
It was good, bro. It was good. Oh, we had a little bit of an issue, dude.
Oh no, what happened?
Oh, dude. All right. So it was this terrible accident, right? And-
Another Michael Richards accident?
No, not like a terrible comedic accident.
Okay, gotcha.
Did you know Louis C.K. died in a terrible masturbation
I'm
accident?
sure he passed away doing such things.
Dude,
I
crazy.
heard
But
there was an
anyways,
audience.
dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, dude, this is not to be taken lightly. Dude, Natalie ended up in like a light coma, dude.
What?
Yeah, dude, she was out of it, right?
What the fuck?
You know what
Really?
the fucking doctor told me, dude?
No.
He told me like, look, dude, it's a little bit of a secret, but there's this thing. Sometimes oral sex can wake someone up in a coma. And I was like, all right, well, gee golly, doc.
Gee golly willikers, if you say so.
If that's, I'll try my damnedest. I came out like 3 minutes later. I was like, Doc. And he was like, yeah, what's going on? I was like, she keeps choking. You know? I didn't understand what he needed from me. That was my week.
That's an awkward way to go about it.
That
So
was it.
It went well.
Yeah, it was a good week.
So
dude.
she finally woke up?
Oh, she's fine. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, she's at home right now waiting for me to come home.
Wow.
She listens to every episode intently.
Oh, so I'm sure she was waiting for that story.
Hey, you know what we'll do? This is my insurance.
Okay.
This is my insurance. I'll post the screenshot of the text I get when she finally hears this.
Nice.
That'd be hilarious, right?
She LOL'd. It went well.
No, but my week was good. I had a great week, and I'm excited about. You know, Thanksgiving's quickly becoming, I think, one of my favorite holidays.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever was growing up. I for sure know it wasn't.
Like, do you hate food? Is what?
No.
I love me some food.
So what it is it's the family gets excited when anybody cooks because we never have food. We starve those little fuckers.
Right.
No, but like when dad does something he's never done, like it's always like, oh, dad's gonna try something this week. Like
okay.
last year it was the duck.
Okay.
Then, like the year before, I think it was the first time I made a ham.
Oh, okay. So this year's like the quail.
Yeah. Oh, actually, we were gonna go with Cornish hens. Yeah. Yeah. You fucking nailed it.
Quail.
But so Halloween was always my favorite.
Yeah.
But once you get up to a family of 5, dude, Halloween gets to be a lot of work.
Most holidays do become a lot of work.
Well, and
with
also
large families. Yeah.
and also a lot less candy for you when there's more children.
Oh, fuck that! I'd be taxing.
Yeah, I was taxing. Actually, I taxed this weekend. We'll talk about that later because, dude, I had a hell of a Saturday night, man.
Fantastic.
Hell of a Saturday night. Anyway, so, so I'm really starting to appreciate holidays where like nothing happens.
Oh, like Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
You just
like
have dinner and you go to bed.
I'll cook. I'll probably start cooking the night before, depending
Okay.
on what I want to make, because I've been into these like, you know me, dude. I got no fucking patience for nothing, man.
Yeah, that's about right.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm instant gratification. See, I even took syllables out of gratification.
Yeah, I got no time for that.
That's how instant my gratification is. But I've been into like learning to slow cook stuff, like 8-hour cooks. You know,
that's
things
when
that.
like the meat just like
Fall-
melts off the bone. Yeah,
exactly, dude. So I'll probably start cooking the night before, but then like the day of Thanksgiving,
yeah.
yeah, dude, you're not putting a seatbelt on. You might not even change your chonies. You're not leaving the house.
You're just staying home. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
And like I'm really excited about that. Like my Sundays have become days where it's just like we
Ain't
just
nobody
stay
doing
home
shit.
all day and eat.
We're just watching
the
football.
kids skateboard
Yeah.
out front, exactly. And we're a
Yep.
big football family now. Which shout out to Ravens, they killed it on Monday Night Football.
Good for them.
Natalie and I were in the living room running.
I saw a picture. She cawed.
Oh, dude.
She was cawing.
No, I just said that.
Oh,
but
okay. Caw,
no,
caw.
but you know what she did too?
She would.
This too much of this episode's about her already. Anyways, so it wasn't even about her. It was about me shoving my dick in her if she was in a coma, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right. All right.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess. No, she's working on victory dances now. That's
Oh.
how good her team is.
Fantastic.
She wants a new victory dance every game.
Oh,
I'm like, I don't know 27 dances.
you're gonna get repeats.
How about your week, brother? How
Remixes.
was your week?
Week was cool. I'm counting down the days to my wife's birthday. It's this Saturday, the 30th. So I'm really excited for that. And most people will be like, "Oh, that's great. You're really looking forward to your wife's birthday." I'm
Yeah.
actually looking forward to it because as soon as her birthday's over, I get to celebrate Christmas.
Ah!
So there's a good majority of like the population that is able to celebrate Christmas like pretty much like a week or two right after Halloween. You know?
Yeah. When did that happen? I
yeah.
thought it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So you ease into it. You know, just a tip.
Yeah.
Just a tip.
That's not what people. That's not what folks
Yeah,
are
yeah.
doing.
So I just tipped it, you know, just a little,
Yeah.
just to get it going, you know, just kind of lube it up a little bit, my excitement for Christmas, and I'm not allowed to do that because her growing up, her birthday is the last day of November.
Okay.
So even you celebrate Thanksgiving, as soon as Thanksgiving's over, for me it was like, fuck yeah, Christmas has begun, it's
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I can't do that no more.
See, I'm not a big
Yeah.
Christmas guy.
Yeah, I can't skip. Well, I can't. Well, I'm not trying to skip her birthdays. I'm not
No,
trying to
yeah.
say that. But I'm just trying to make my point of like, you just got to accept it, man. Like your birthday is kind of in the Christmas season.
No, let's just change her birthday. Let's move it.
Yeah. To what?
I don't know.
November 1st. Let's get it out of the way.
Yeah. What's the day before Thanksgiving? Oh, yeah, make it like that. Like it's a relative day, honey. It's not a date. I can't give you the date. You know what always trips me
Yeah.
out when a holiday is not to the date? And like on your social media memories come up?
Oh yeah, yeah,
And it's like, damn, 3 years ago, Thanksgiving was a week ago.
yeah, yeah.
How weird is that?
Yeah, it's super fucked up. But also, I can't celebrate Christmas not until Thanksgiving has passed, but also her birthday has passed. So out of respect, I've been trying to just take my my Christmas consumption personally, like I'm working on my own Christmas EP right now, so I try
I
to
saw
do that.
I was gonna announce that, but I didn't know.
Yeah,
If it was,
yeah,
okay.
it's coming
But
December
announce it.
1st. Yeah, super stoked. My Imagine Christmas EP is gonna be December 1st. It's 6 songs. Just a little Christmas flavor. I fucking love Christmas, so
That's
I started
dope.
working on that towards the end of September. So all of Halloween, I was in Christmas mode.
Already? Oh, no wonder you're extra
Yeah.
antsy.
Yeah, I was ready to go. Yeah, that too. But so shout out my wife, birthday, and then Christmas. But she let me know today because I was listening to Christmas music while I was making dinner, and she walked in and she was like, death stare. Immediately, it's like, you have to wait until December 1st.
You're like, oh shit, Milo, and he was already dressed like Santa.
We gotta change.
Run, Milo, run!
Yeah. So that's pretty my week. Pretty much just fucking balancing Thanksgiving coming up, and then we got Christmas right after. But we got Daisy's birthday right in the middle of it. And we got a badass birthday for her. We're going to the Apple Butter Festival.
Yeah.
And the Apple Orchards out
I
in
don't
San
know if you should
Bernardino.
have said that. Maybe we should release this episode after her birthday.
It'll probably
But the weirdos don't show up.
Oh, whatever, man. They're not gonna notice us. I don't think.
We're the weirdos.
Maybe.
But,
We've arrived.
Yeah, we'll be there.
That's pretty much it. But it's been a pretty dope week, man. But everyone's looking forward to Thanksgiving. But not everyone is looking forward to Thanksgiving.
No.
It becomes a tumultuous time. It's a controversial time. It's a controversial holiday. Most of all for a school in Alabama. This school.
Are you trying to tell me there's a school in Alabama that's not racially sensitive? Are we going that direction?
But they tried. And here's the story. So there was a school, and they were going to have a Native American powwow and dress-up day
Okay.
for Thanksgiving. So no mention of pilgrims. It
Yep.
was just more like, let's celebrate the Native Americans. And the teacher that wanted to do so, they would celebrate Thanksgiving at school by holding the powwow, and they were encouraged to dress in Native American attire.
Oh, that's a setup.
So it was kind of like, let's celebrate our indigenous peoples.
Yes.
But there was a
While
problem
culturally
because,
appropriating.
Yeah, being still ignorant to the fact that you're still not getting it.
Yeah.
There's a family out there that was like, yeah, local tribes in the Alabama region,
Yes.
they don't even build teepees or use headdresses,
Correct.
and that's how you're celebrating.
Correct.
So you're still fucking it up.
Yeah.
So they made their grievance known,
Okay.
and now the school has backtracked and they've canceled the powwow.
Yeah.
No powwow for the kids.
See, they should have did that. They should have acclimated. They should have found out the right way to do it and did that because in what's
if I can't be racist, we're not doing anything.
yeah. No, it's either my ignorant ass way
Yeah.
or not at all.
Yeah.
So like in the South was Native American territory.
Yeah.
If you go to Oklahoma, white folks will trip you out. You're like, why you got a feather in your hair? Like they're celebrated in Oklahoma.
Nah.
And I feel like as it goes east,
Yeah.
it kind of gets washed and washed and washed. And Alabama's about
Makes
2
sense.
states away from Oklahoma. So they probably
check the map,
completely
yeah.
lost context. But like in Arkansas, the Native Americans there, they lived in like kind of like, oh fuck, it sounds racist me saying it. Like
Go-
mounds.
okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay. Like pueblos.
yeah, kind of like that.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
So
sure.
no teepees, nothing like that there.
Yeah.
It wasn't flat ground. It was hilly and it was wet. It's the
Yeah.
South. So they lived according to those ways. And Arkansas actually was a Native American word, but that's the Native American for that area.
Yeah.
So when you're reaching out to the local Native Americans and you have teepees and shit, they're like, hey, dude, that was West Coast shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's Hollywood and
Yeah.
John Wayne, you know, the Duke. You're riding with the Duke. But I
Partner.
could see where they missed it. But I think the overall intent was important.
So do they get half a point?
Yeah.
They get half a point for
Alabama
effort?
should be full of half points.
They get
Alabama gets a lot of half points.
they get
dude.
a half a point to the teacher for focusing on Native Americans
Exactly.
during the season and trying to redirect the conversation.
Yes.
But she doesn't get the full point because you're still fucked up.
Yeah, because you were still ignorant. I don't know what community college you went to.
Yeah,
But-
you have a great point. Like they should have appropriated.
Well, what-
and like, okay, well, what does our local Alabama region
Look
Native
like
Americans
that's what
history
should
look
be
like?
celebrated.
Yeah, let's
But you
bring
know
that
what's
to
fucked
light.
up? You know what's fucked up? Now that I think about it,
We killed them all, so
If-
we
no,
can't,
no,
let's
no.
not bring that up.
if we took that same approach to here in Southern California, they would all look like casino workers. Because all the tribesmen now own the casinos out here.
Which I think has always been the most hilarious hustle.
I think
When that thing first came out, they're
I
like,
think
oh,
that's been the ultimate checkmate.
yeah.
We're gonna give you guys your land.
Do whatever you want with it.
It's outside of
foreign.
federal law.
Yeah, it's sovereign.
Yes.
Sovereign land. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it.
And they were like, we're gonna take y'all white people's money.
We're going to take your fucking money. And I was
Oh.
like, checkmate.
Somebody went. There was a Native American who went to Vegas and it started, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, and some old granny like, ah!
Yeah.
They were like, we need that in Cabazon.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always supported the Native American casinos. And I wonder how they feel about being typecasted as like, oh, you're a casino Indian. Like, I wonder what their perspective is on
You know
that.
what,
Do
dude?
they like own it because like, yeah, man, it fucking funds our community.
Yes. The thing about being typecast for something that like is overall beneficial to your well-being, whether it's good or bad,
Yeah.
like morally or on someone's moral fucking scheme,
Yeah.
is that it's still good for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you should take pride in like that you're being healthy to yourself in this moment.
Yeah.
Is that kind of?
It kind of makes sense. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, people could say you're exploiting habits or bad addictions or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, no, really, what you're doing is like, I mean, you got 250 years of get back.
Yeah.
So
I'm okay
get
with
it.
that. Yeah. And I'm glad that there was an effort with this Alabama teacher to try and redirect the conversation. Because, yeah, I mean, Thanksgiving, if you really try to make the truth come forth with it, it's a super fucked up holiday.
Dude, see, I don't know how I feel about that because it is celebrating a moment of peace in an era of war.
Right?
So I don't know that I feel like all the negative feelings that people have about Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
instead of targeting them on that one Thursday,
Yeah.
have them like 300 days before that Thursday and 40 days after that Thursday.
Right.
Because that's when the shit was fucked up.
Yeah.
That one day was a moment of peace. You know what I mean? It was kind of like an armistice or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And like that's not the day to like lash out with all your
I agree.
completely unwarranted.
I agree as long as those who are celebrating Thanksgiving are conscientious to the bullshit that surrounded the other days beyond
You know what's
this
funny
one day.
is, as you said that, I was like in my head, who isn't conscientious? But I answered myself really rapidly of all the ignorant motherfuckers I know.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I don't celebrate Thanksgiving with those kind of people.
But here's the other thing too. I think about like Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween. They all have a history that brought that to where we are, right? Whether it be pagan rituals, the birth of an alleged savior,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. They all have their own histories, but within American culture, I feel like some of these holidays have been Americanized,
Yes.
for the lack of a better term. And I'm okay with the Americanized version of these things because I enjoy, well, at least my takeaway of the underlying pieces of these Americanized culture staples.
Yeah.
For instance, Halloween, I see it as very much the community coming together.
Yeah.
We get to celebrate going to each other's doors, having treats.
Neighborly.
Being very neighborly. The costumes is fun. Just a fun idea of
Yeah.
being able to just dress up. It's fucking fun. Thanksgiving, being able to take pause and give thanks in a moment of time and reflect. Share a good meal with your loved ones. I love that shit. And then Christmas is the same thing. Christmas to me is the ultimate feel-good season.
Yeah.
And for me, that has nothing to do with Christianity
yeah.
and anything like that. It's just like, I fucking love Santa Claus. Santa Claus is not Christian or fucking whatever. The Americanized version of Santa Claus, he's an American myth, an American legend, if you will.
Bar none.
I'm
Bar
cool
none.
with that.
Coolest white dude ever to exist, right?
Yeah, easily.
High
Oh,
up
yeah,
there.
Totally.
Way up there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not very many people are comfortable with their like placing their kids on an old white man's lap.
Yeah.
But Santa Claus broke that barrier.
Give me those kids.
Blasted it.
So I'm totally cool with the Americanization of these holidays, I guess you could say, and I'm good with them continuing and acknowledging them as they are. However, there should be a continued conversation if they are based on historical events, such as the Thanksgiving dinner that's within conversation.
Now, how let me ask you something real quick. Quick question.
Shoot.
Thanksgiving.
Wait, should we pause for another game of tic-tac-toe? Because
No.
that's the substance we promote.
No, because
Okay,
that's not our fan base anyways.
Okay,
It's
copy
not
that.
our demographic.
Copy that. Okay.
Let it go.
Copy that.
It's just like, if you fuck with the smart ass, expect to get smart shit back.
Yep, true that.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Anyways, your move.
Question.
So, quick question. Black Friday. I feel it now that I'm beginning to enjoy Thanksgiving as
Yeah.
a father. Maybe Thanksgiving is an elder's holiday,
I think.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
but I feel it impeding now. Black Friday, just fucking quit.
Oh, yeah.
Wait till Black Friday at least. Give us the midnight shit, not this 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock. There's Best Buy started theirs today now online.
Oh wow.
That's not even Black Friday.
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah.
No one's getting trampled online. But anyways, how do you feel about like the corporatization, almost kidnapping certain holidays?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what they did with Christmas.
Yeah.
You think of Santa Claus. You think of the Coca-Cola version of Santa Claus.
That's true.
Absolutely.
They did nail it though.
Yeah, fuck yeah, they did. Fucking Norman Rockwell, the motherfucker. But I think that's a great question because they go hand in hand. Americanization of a holiday is how can we make a buck out of it?
Yes.
And making a buck out of it, you spend on things that make you feel good. So I'm not totally against it, but when you're talking about something like Black Friday, that is something that illustrates the underbelly
It's
of what corporate
And it's so
greed and
obnoxious,
consumer
right?
mindset is. Absolutely.
It's
I fucking
so
hate.
loud.
I highly, highly, highly dislike Black Friday. I did it once. I'll never do it again. It was just like people are there like, oh, I gotta get this fucking TV, or I gotta get this, I gotta get that. It's like, really? Like, this is what your evening is? You just spent the whole evening giving thanks.
Yes.
And now you're like, fuck everybody. I
Yeah.
need my fucking TV. I can't with those kind of people.
I know we
just
normally
can't.
promote being a social nuisance, but something that I've done for 20 years of my life, I would like all of our listeners to adopt and practice, is whenever you have a business transaction on a holiday,
Yeah.
you thank that person for
Oh,
working.
yeah. Absolutely.
Even if you're getting gas, hey, thank you so much for working today.
Yeah.
Like, if you can afford it, float them something extra.
Yeah.
You know, they're not usually people who, like, every once in a while, someone who has kids at home, usually they're younger people who are, you know, the day is missed by them anyways.
Absolutely.
But still, just say, thank you for working today. I know it's a tough day to work.
Absolutely. If you're in a customer-facing job, I salute you because
Absolutely.
people suck, man.
Yeah, especially on holidays.
when it comes to money and consumer purchases. People suck, man.
We were in a drive-thru at
I
a Taco Bell on
salute you.
Halloween, and it's like people were pissed off that their food was taking so long. I'm like, it's 10 o'clock Halloween night.
Yeah.
You're here because you're not fucking cooking.
Yeah.
And now you're getting mad that there's a line for
Yeah.
people. You like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, be nice. They're kids.
I remember
They're fucking teenagers,
couple
dude,
years
trying
back-
to run a business.
I tried to go to like Starbucks on Christmas Day. I was like, man, Christmas is great. I feel good. You know what I want? I want some fucking Starbucks. That'd be fucking fantastic. And I could not find an open Starbucks. And I was like, fuck,
Oh, really?
man. Yeah.
That's
I was like,
great. I
son
didn't know
of a
they
bitch.
closed.
I was upset, but I was like, wait. That's because everyone's at home enjoying Christmas morning the same way that I'm enjoying Christmas morning right now.
Yeah.
Man,
also imagine
instant humility check
How
right there.
packed a Starbucks would be on Christmas.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Absolutely.
everyone's coffee.
Yep.
Like, people would be so terrible, dog.
Yeah.
They'd be so terrible to employees, so terrible to each other.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, man.
Don't be a dick. And if you are going to be a dick, make sure you
heard-
thank people for
I
their
heard
time.
this quote from it's actually a book before the Bible. I can't remember what it's called offhand, but
Quran.
no, it's not a Bible. it's a book of Psalms, pretty
Okay.
much. But it says,
Proverbs.
like that reflection will take you further than religion. And it's like you were just speaking of, like you had a moment where you're like, oh wait, I'm out of my space right now.
Yeah.
You know, thinking about them, but really, when you took a second to reflect, you're like, oh, they deserve what I have right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, my coffee could wait till tomorrow
Absolutely.
or whatever the fuck it is.
Absolutely. And it's funny you kind of bring up a proverb. While I was writing on this Christmas project that I'm about to drop, I had one specific bar that it just came to me, just popped out, and those are the best ones. And I wrote it out. I was like, damn, that says a lot. That's heavy.
Boom.
And the bar goes, you don't have to pray if you live divine. And it just struck me. I was like, fuck, man. Like, it's true. Because if you're praying for something, you're usually praying because you want something or you looking for a perspective
Or
strength, forgiveness.
You fucked up.
But if you're living
Well,
godly,
Yep.
then you don't need to pray to God.
Yep.
So I was like, fuck, man. That's very, very much good insight right there.
Yes,
You're
absolutely.
trying to stray away from religion insight. Another topic that's going on in the news as of recent, fashion brand Low, kind of speaking about exploitation of our Native American friends.
Okay.
This fashion brand pulled an outfit after it was compared to a concentration camp prisoner outfit. So the picture here
Yes.
is that it's a black and white two-piece pants and long sleeve shirt. It looks like a referee outfit or an old school inmate. Well, the inmates had horizontal stripes, right?
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah, so
I've
this-
never been an inmate before.
They say, oh, it looks like Holocaust concentration camp outfit. I was like, that shit looks like fucking Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know. So the outfit retails at $1,840 because it's fashionable.
$2,000?
Yup, plus tax. So fashion industry watchdog Diet Prada, they cited similarities to the concentration camp uniform, which also had vertical stripes. So they were like, you have this fashion piece, but all I'm seeing is concentration camp and dislike. So they made that association, and it just fucking took off.
Oh my god.
And everyone was talking about it, and they're like, "Oh shit, you guys are insensitive," and blah blah blah. So they pulled the piece. But I was like, man, how many other clothes have vertical stripes? Like, we talked about the referee, Beetlejuice, inmates. Joe Dorado mentioned Robin Thicke on Facebook.
Yeah.
Remember the fucking
the singer?
Yeah, the music video
Alan
he did.
Thicke's kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had a music video, and he wore the exact same fucking thing. No outcry there.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like,
I think a lot of outcry
this
too
is
is
dumb, right?
Is probably a competitor. Wants
Well,
to bring that shit down.
they label themselves as a fashion industry watchdog. So I guess just a dog with a vlog kind of situation.
You know what? And that's insulting to dogs, especially watchdogs. Like, get the fuck out of here. I grew up in an era where girls were into Beetlejuice pants, and I just remember, like, I think it was middle
black
school,
and white stripes.
maybe freshman year. But this girl with the biggest ass, and when I say big ass, I'm not talking about like a tiny girl with like a big butt. I'm talking about like the biggest ass in the high school. She had those pants, and when she walked by, the only thing I could fucking think
Oh no.
was a fucking Richter scale, dude. Like the
Oh,
lines were like
no.
like a lie that like Maury, you are not the father.
Oh no.
But I guess that's DNA, not who did the lie detector
Polygraph.
test? Yeah, who did those?
I'm pretty sure Mari did that
Yeah,
before DNA.
I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Maury? Didn't he have a real show at
He's
one
still,
point?
at one point he
But I
had
mean,
a real
before
show.
that, right? He had a real show.
Yeah,
Didn't he have like
they
important
all
people?
did.
Right?
Oprah had a real show until she started giving shit away.
I thought Oprah. No, but Oprah started with one of those like the midget fuck the ant thing shows.
I believe it.
That's how she
Daytime
started.
in the 90s was fucking gold, bro.
Right? So just around fashion, had those big old glasses to protect yourself from shit being thrown at her.
Daytime in the 90s was great.
But anyways, like
This is stupid.
yeah, absolutely.
I-
On all accounts. I mean, the design is stupid. The
Well,
criticism's stupid.
The price is stupid.
The price is retarded.
But I feel like, yes, there should be mindfulness of the concentration camps and what they wore, and they were forced to wear it. Yes, absolutely. An absolute travesty in human history.
Yeah.
But to say
If you
that
believe it happened.
someone is making that connection with current fashion, I mean, it was blue and white vertical stripes.
I'm
That's
telling
very generic. I mean, if I saw this outfit with a yellow star on it, they'd be like, oh, that's
Yeah,
a little
right.
much, man.
Star
Uh."
David.
Because
With,
you
like,
can
a
make that
serial number on the
association.
arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
But if this is just like a generic black and white stripes, vertical stripes, oh, I see concentration camp.
But also, you know what? I'm gonna take this opposite angle now. Now I thought about it for half a second, which is as long as I think about anything.
Yep.
Whoever designed it, if you're being called out for anti-Semitism, you better double down. And I want to see someone famous wear that dumb fucking outfit, dude.
Double.
I want to see that shit
I'm pretty
at
sure
the
you-
Academy Awards or something.
You can go throughout the fucking history of tabloids and find someone wearing black and white. I mean, Robin Thicke, just as Joe Dorado said, Robin Thicke wore that shit. No one gave a fuck.
Do you remember that Mentos commercial
Is
where
that
the
Beetlejuice?
dude sat on the wet bench?
Oh, I remember that shit.
Okay, yeah.
did
So,
this
but
shit.
he sat this way first, right? So
Yes.
that would mean the stripes go this way. But then he lays down and rolls, and all of a sudden all the stripes go.
All of a sudden they're vertical. There's a pinstripe.
Yeah.
Mentos.
I was like, what the fuck?
That was funny, man.
I think that was the end of them.
That's when people stopped believing in Mentos commercials.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. One thing you're going to stop believing in is the sexualization of women's breasts.
No, I'm not
It's
gonna
not,
stop that.
it's not a thing.
Nope.
It should not be a thing. There's a woman who's currently fighting charges after her stepkids saw her topless in her own home.
Oh yeah, this is a travesty.
So a Utah woman was charged with a crime after her stepchildren saw her topless in her own home, and she is now fighting the case that would force her to register as a sex offender. Yeah, Utah woman charged with a crime after sex offender. Okay, cool. So attorneys are arguing that Utah's law of lewdness involving a child is unfair because it treats men and women differently for bearing their chests.
Which is true.
As exemplified in a recent story that we covered that took place in Colorado,
Yes.
which they won. So I think this is another case of a bullshit, but what does make it a little bit iffy is the stepchildren piece.
Yes.
So I kind of get it, but at the same time, progressive nature, I feel like kids can take an adult conversation much sooner than people give them credit for.
Absolutely. And also circumstance matters, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can kill someone and get away with killing them if you were defending yourself.
Yeah.
So our law is not definite as in the sense that like, well, this happened, this is the punishment.
Yeah.
Circumstance matters very much in all
Yes.
situations, as it should here.
So the circumstance was Buchanan, the name of the woman, said she and her husband took off their shirts to keep their clothes from getting dusty while they hung drywall in their garage.
That's not the truth.
That's what they said.
Yeah, I get that. But you would never want to hang drywall with your tits out. Now, this is one of those situations where it is different depending on gender. Because a man can hang drywall shirtless
Sure.
and not risk hurting himself.
Okay.
Now, if he hung drywall pantsless, there's an extremity there that could get caught, pinched, or hurt.
Okay.
So I suggest if you're a woman and you need to, you're concerned about, yeah, dude, I don't think dusty tits is a good excuse.
I also think it's a stupid excuse as well. I
I
mean,
think they were fucking in the garage and their kids caught them.
maybe. They might have been getting frisky, maybe.
But you know what? As a step parent myself,
Yeah.
which we never call it that,
Yeah.
I am 10 times as careful around anything that could be misconstrued one way or the other
Yeah.
when it comes to my stepchildren.
Yeah.
Like, there's none of the, I mean, I don't, like, for instance, would be maybe you're in the shower and your child has to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, just don't open the curtain. You can come in and go to the restroom, and then I'll be in the shower. And then
Right.
I go, hold on, let me get out the fucking shower. I get out the shower, go to my room. The kid
Yeah.
goes to the restroom. You know what I mean? I just don't want any room for misinterpretation.
That's fair enough, especially when there's another parent involved. That's
Absolutely.
part of that child's upbringing.
And
Absolutely.
also, they're extremely fucked in the sense that they're in Utah.
Okay.
Now,
First and foremost, Utah.
Utah is a beautiful looking place,
Okay.
but it's not easy to be in.
Okay.
And there's this group of people there. I don't know if you know about them. They're called the Mormons.
Oh, the Mormons.
They inhabited that place and made it a place that works for their beliefs.
Oh, cool.
Okay, but they have their own set of rules. And if you're there in that place and you break those rules,
Doesn't go well.
you got to pay the piper, man.
Ah, states' rights. Here we go.
You know what I mean?
But I think this is another great case that perpetuates a number of things. A, the comfort level one can have in their own home, right to
Correct.
privacy. Secondarily, the sexualization of women's breasts.
Which I'm all for.
As an enjoyer of said breasts.
Yes.
Yes. Sure. But as far as if a woman wanted to display their chest in public like a man does,
I don't think you should be able to be prosecuted for anything.
I don't think it should be a conversation at all.
Yeah,
If a woman wants to
absolutely.
do that, I mean, like you said, if a law cannot be applied equally,
Then it can't be applied at all.
then it can't be applied at all.
Correct.
And I think this is a clear example of that.
Now, so how did it get? So the stepchildren snitched?
It came to light through the mother of the children who found it
hating-ass
peculiar.
bitch.
So there was already previous
Sexual circumstances.
gripe between the two former.
Wait, sexually
parents,
related
whatever the
though, or
fuck.
just gripes?
There's gripes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's gripes previously, to the point where I think it was child services was already involved.
Okay.
And once this came up, then it became a whole other thing. But taking that out of consideration, I believe that this woman was in her own home. She could do whatever the fuck she
Yes,
wants, but she's
absolutely.
also mindful that she has children present and how she wants to navigate that conversation with her children, and not children, but stepchildren as a family, is up to them as well as up to the mother of the children.
Well, and how about this? Are we not in a place in time and space with enough digital records and ability to keep track of everything that we can't say, look, you didn't break the law, but we're taking note of this.
Yeah.
Like, if there's sexual type things coming up,
Yeah.
like in children's services, what's that shit called?
Yeah, child services. I
Yeah,
don't know.
CSI, whatever. If they're involved, like, those records could be kept
Yeah.
without having to prosecute her for breaking a non-existent law. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think they're going so harsh because they want this underlying reward, and they're gonna force her into giving up.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what the fuck what their intent is, but I think it's stupid. I think it's very much a private issue that should be navigated. If there was no sexual acts involved in any shape, way, or form, then it's purely a family issue.
You know who we're not hearing from that we should be hearing from in this article is the husband.
Why is that?
Because he should be loud as fuck defending his family. If this same situation happened at home, there's
Yeah.
no way you'd be able to quote an entire article without having heard some shit that I said.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
What would you have to say?
I would have to say mind your fucking business, something like that. I don't know what it would have to be, but
I'd be on the same page.
especially in my home,
Yeah.
I would articulate how extremely careful we are
Yeah.
on a daily basis, and to have you publish this article
Yeah.
randomly,
Yeah.
like, undercuts that, and is from a position of, quite frankly, ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I would do anything I could to get in front of that.
Yeah. Makes sense.
As a man
Yeah.
who should be protecting and defending his family. We know the last name.
Yeah.
It's his last name if they're married.
I don't know.
So anyways, that dude Buchanan out in Utah is kind of a bitch.
For not stepping up.
Especially for making his wife hang drywall.
Not if they're doing it as a team.
No, fuck that. Let her do something cool on her off time. And you go hang the fucking drywall, Mr. Buchanan.
If they wanted to hang it up together and do some home repairs together, then
Maybe they're
I'm
burying
all
a
for it.
body.
Maybe storing a.
Yeah, back behind the drywall.
Yeah.
That's where we used to hide dead
I've
kids.
seen that in like a fucking CSI episode or two. Episode of Bones or something.
Yeah, I do. You're like taking down plaster and a
Yeah.
skull comes out.
Yeah.
Isn't that how they built the wall of China?
I'm pretty sure. I hope you guys are enjoying the show as much as we are producing it for you, but we need your help to keep the show growing. We're fundraising to go to the Podcast Movement Convention in February in LA, and you can help us by providing some dough. We need
Yeah.
some cash for the admission.
We're for hire.
So if you can provide, it's greatly appreciated. Donate what you can via Venmo at Social Nuisance. Thanks, and let's get back to the show. What else is going on, man?
Hey, we should throw a poker party.
A poker party?
Yeah.
Like cards, or like just find someone just
No, cards,
randomly
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm sure we can find that here too.
I don't know.
But
I'd be down with that.
yeah, I know.
Poker party. Since we have this poker table all ready to go,
Yeah, and I think we're a great time, dude.
I think we're a fantastic time.
Universally loved,
Yeah.
except by my aunt.
$5 Monopoly money buy-in. Bring your own dough.
No, not Monopoly.
Duly noted. Oh man. So
Let's become real famous party hosters like those LMFAO guys,
that'd be cool.
right?
I'd be down with that. I hear
I'm
they
in
make.
Miami,
I hear they make
bitch.
good money. So you were talking something earlier that was kind of poignant about Trump is getting credit for the animal cruelty bill. that's affecting
Yeah.
our pets.
So, well, I don't know that he actually is. There was an article written, and it was titled "Total Clickbait, Fake News," of like that Trump basically made this happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, no, that's not the way the government works. The way the government works is, it goes through Congress, it goes through the House. Like, it gets to him, and then he
Right.
either vetoes or signs it.
Right.
He didn't make it happen. He didn't
yeah.
write the legislation.
I'm not even sure he was part of the conversations as it was being developed to get votes.
What really bothered me is the way that it got spun, like for him to receive credit.
Mm-hmm.
And a great point was made, which is like, it doesn't matter how it got there.
Yeah.
But bipartisanship is something that should be celebrated, especially not just nowadays with Trump,
Yeah.
but back in Obama era.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
And when something's a universal win for Americans as a whole,
Yeah.
we should celebrate that. We should lift that up and be like, look at what we came together to do.
I agree.
And it's funny that it only applies to mutts, right?
Yeah.
That's the only time that
Fucking dogs.
we universally agree.
Yeah.
Fucking white people, bro.
Yeah, and I think I keep forgetting the name of the bill, but just recently there was a crime bill that was passed where it was like a first start or a
AB.
restart, whatever the fuck. And it was a good bill, and Trump signed it into law, and it was a win. And again, it was a win for America.
Yeah.
And people were hesitant to give that win up and say, yeah, this is a win, because they fear that win would translate into Trump,
It's a credit for
Trump takes a W.
for their team or not their team. We're so fucking tribal.
Yeah, and it's fucking
disgusting.
stupid.
And it's like you need like a wise man once told me that the answers are somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
They're in the middle.
Yeah.
With everything across the board through life.
Yep.
You got one extreme, you got the other extreme. The answers are somewhere there in the middle. And when we finally get to the middle and agree, it becomes a grab for which extreme gets credit for it.
Yeah.
And that's a disservice to Americans.
Yeah,
and it's a disservice to our system.
Yeah.
Because
Just gonna
it's a
say.
moment where our system worked.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's all I was trying to say in that conversation was like, hey, this isn't the way shit happens.
Yeah.
You should be more educated than that.
Yeah.
And you should be proud that we met in the middle on something.
Yeah. So celebrate the win, but be very conscientious of the fact that the media is trying to spin it either one way or another.
And to your point of the person I'm talking to, if it doesn't matter how it got there, then why do you share the article that says Trump did it?
Yeah.
If it doesn't matter how it got there, all that matters is it got there.
Mm-hmm.
You should share the actual article.
If you're sharing the article, at least clarify, like, oh, yeah, it says Trump took the win, but, civics, if you all pay attention in government,
Yeah.
y'all
No,
should
they
know
didn't.
poli-sci. Yeah. But that was pretty interesting.
What do you want to do next?
Let's get into it.
That shit get deep.
Oh, wow, that motherfucker was there.
That shit got loud.
Yeah. Oh, the levels are off.
Man, I swear to God, that
shit
shit just
did
gets so deep.
So that's what happens when you don't sound check the fucking. I fucking blew like the bunch of car speakers right now. My bad. My bad. I'll do better next time, guys. My bad. So let's get deep. So the question is,
Let's hear
can
it.
wars ever be just?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Immediately the thought that came to mind was World War II. What was that? Was that an example of a just war? What's an example of a just war?
Well, the problem is the war is taken
Besides
by.
going to war with your fucking neighbors over like the cat shitting on my yard. You know,
I'm going
that's
to war
a
with
just
my
war.
kids. It's all perspective, right? Like Howard Zinn says, the history is written by the winner of the war.
Yep.
And so it is perspective, because you could say, like, I would say, as from the Americans' perspective, World War II was extremely fucking just war for us.
Yeah.
To be involved in.
Yeah.
Because we just all around got fucked, and we're like, all right, so we got to fix this now.
Well, actually, we didn't jump in until we got bombed. Before
Well, and-
that, we were not like, nah, we're not gonna deal with
But
that.
us getting bombed was a fucking bullshit ass thing too, because we had people on a ship with the Emperor of Japan.
Yeah.
And while he's looking our guys in the eyes, negotiating.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah, shit. Yeah.
That's when they fucking launched. And they try to say it was like, oh, they didn't get a phone call or what. Like, look, bitch, there was no sprint back then.
Yeah.
You had a plan.
Yeah.
Your plan broke down, whether or not it was accidental or not.
Yeah.
It caused thousands of deaths on our end.
Mm-hmm.
So we caused millions of deaths back. That's what Americans do.
Yeah.
Fair, I like to think that the bombing of Pearl Harbor led to Nagasaki and Hiroshima,
Yeah.
which are not military bases.
Yeah.
If you just think of it like that simple, it's super fucked, right?
Yeah.
But like the chain of events that happened between now and
That
then.
led to that. Yeah.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
It wasn't a direct response, but
I do believe in just wars. I believe the Civil War was a just war,
Civil War was a just war.
but that's because the North won. if the South won, I bet that was a fucked up war. That was a shitty war, dude.
Is there ever such a thing? I mean, yeah, I would say yes. I've always said, I'm not a what's the say? Oh yeah, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Yeah, but I've always said lovers make the best fighters because they only fight for
what
some.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that a lot.
I've always said that, and I feel like that would apply to war as well. Like I'm a lover. I'm not gonna fucking start a fight for no reason. I'm not gonna go fight for someone else's reason.
But if I do, you damn well best believe I believe in it.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel that if there was ever a presence, an evil presence that was going to disrupt my way of life for myself, for my family, or for those I love, or just ideals, I guess, in a sense, then yeah, I guess that's a just war. But then it's also to that same thing. So someone who's super religious, like the Crusades, if I'm all God, then the Crusades was a just war too.
Well, and then I guess...
So I guess it's perspective. Is it subjective then?
I think it is. And also I think we got to come up with the we would have to find like a universally agreed to definition of the term war.
Yeah.
Because like...
And just.
If someone breaks into my house, I'm going to... Like, if someone breaks into my house to cause harm, they're going to die or I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And to me, that'll be a war.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to war here in this moment.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not thinking about Iraq.
Yeah. It's not like a world war.
Exactly. So
it's you or me.
I guess
Someone's
so
going to
many
stop
layers
breathing.
on that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's keep going deep.
All right. So,
it's
and in that
subjective, I
moment,
guess.
that would be a just war. And if you think of the person breaking into your house, maybe they have a child that they can't feed and they don't really mean to harm or hurt you.
Yeah.
They just know you got a brand new TV or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And they feel just in their perspective of
The
you
haves
have
and the
enough.
have-nots.
Yeah, you have enough to like maybe lose a little.
Yep.
And that gamble is just, it's just anytime you're impeding, I'm a big believer in boundaries, dude.
Yep.
And if you're the one to impede on a boundary,
Especially if they're very simple boundaries.
like your front door.
Yes, like your front door. Very simple boundaries. I mean, when it comes to like governments impeding on shit and like the spying and the Patriot Act and just
And the
all that
amount
stupid
of money
shit.
that moves things like that.
Yeah. It's kind of like the blind ignorance. I'm like, I'm not going to cause a ruckus. I'm
Yeah.
cool with that. Whatever. You know, Google's listening to me. Fuck it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll let it pass.
I won't say anything that
But if it's like an immediate presence that's going to harm me or again change my way of life, then it's kind of like it's probably worth going to war over. So kind of like climate change. Like I feel climate change is almost justified in the response of like, no, seriously, we need to stop fucking this up because everybody's gonna die. Like
yeah.
you
know-
whatever your motives may be for not believing in climate change, the fact of the matter is you live on a planet, the planet's dying,
I had a thought.
you're gonna die.
I had a thought about climate change. That and this it's actually premature that I bring it up now because I hadn't really explored it. But I was thinking that like public health
Yeah.
is the liberal climate change.
Public health is the liberal climate change.
Liberal perspective has recently been like a identity, you know?
Okay.
And
Identity politics.
Yeah.
Okay.
And who do you ID with and what is your ID and what's your pronoun?
Yeah.
And in that culture is this acceptance of really fucking unhealthy people.
Interesting.
Okay.
Like the anti-vaxxers?
Well, not just that. Well, I don't think liberals are cool with anti-vaxxers.
I don't think anyone's cool with anti-vaxxers.
Exactly. I was thinking of fat people.
Okay.
Okay? So in this liberal culture, it's like we're supposed to celebrate these fucking, big people.
Okay.
And we're supposed to do like big is beautiful and it's self-acceptance and all that.
To an extent, yes. I mean, some people are just like I know some women who are just naturally they're just voluptuous. They're just large.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the girl on This Is Us, like the sister on This Is Us, like big people. But we're being forced into this corner where like they expect me to teach my kids that that's beautiful. And meanwhile, this bitch is fighting diabetes or some shit. You know what I mean?
I think there's a difference between being beautiful and being healthy.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because like I'm beautiful and I'm not healthy. But what I'm saying is
I'm healthy, but I'm not beautiful.
this culture's inability to accept that it is a legitimate health concern,
Yeah.
like climate change,
Yeah.
to conservatives. If you're a conservative and you're trying to argue that climate change isn't real, I know a liberal who feels exact same way about food.
Okay, I see your point.
see what I'm saying?
I see your point.
And
I
was kind of like rolling the dice on speaking of it now because it was just a quick, immature thought that I had.
No, I get it.
But there's a direction there.
Yeah, there's some points that could be argued, but there's some definite certainties that are evident. I think in that argument.
Because and you know what sucks is like I don't like when thoughts come from other thoughts. But it was, what is the liberal climate change? And to me, it was public health. Mm-hmm. Even though the biggest public health advocate that I can name in my life,
yeah,
Michelle Obama,
yeah,
bar none,
yeah,
bar none.
That's true.
She was on our TV every day telling
Talking
us to
about health.
fucking be healthy.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Trying to think of someone else, and that's part of the biggest advocate. That was her thing, as first lady, just healthy. Yep.
Didn't she make like 32-ounce sodas illegal in some parts of the country? Not her personally,
Yeah,
but like
I think she drove
moved
initiatives.
that motion, right?
Yeah.
Which thank God that happened in California because I'd be livid.
I'm trying to get my big gulps, man.
But that led to another idea, which was conservative pundits,
Okay.
whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. Talking heads.
But the women ones,
Uh-huh.
they're attractive.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Why
Kellyanne Conway?
Why aren't there attractive liberal female
Why
anchors?
aren't there?
Yeah, why aren't there?
There are.
Are there?
Yeah.
Rachel Maddow?
Sure.
That's Rachel Mandow.
And again, I think beauty is definitely in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But I mean, generally speaking, somehow Republicans let hot women float to the top. Maybe they think less or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe that's just what appeals to that demographic, those viewers.
That's how you gotta get them to watch.
Maybe.
Liberals have enough other shit to watch.
I guess.
I don't know either.
I don't know either. Yeah, that's a good point.
Dude, every time I watch like 7 minutes of the news, I want to throw myself through a window.
So it be like that sometimes.
No, like all the time, dog.
It be like that sometimes for sure. Oh man.
That's one thing I love about the way I get my entertainment.
Yeah.
I have to seek it out.
You have to
You know what I mean?
you have to wade through all the bullshit, man.
No, not that. Like I literally
Unless you're watching Disney Plus, because everything is fucking gold.
You know what's funny is I heard a lot less people talking about Disney Plus. I think all those little 7-day trials wore out.
Oh.
But I have to literally search for what I want to watch.
Okay.
So I don't have to wade through shit like you're saying. So like I got into Watchmen by HBO.
Okay, I've heard good things.
Phenomenal series.
Yeah.
But I had to literally type Watchmen and then it comes up.
Okay.
So I miss like the murky murk of misinformation and shit.
Yeah.
But I guess I miss good shit too, right? Like I haven't watched the last 2 seasons of Goldbergs. I love that show.
You just fall into good shit sometimes. It's true.
Oh, Goldbergs is a phenomenal TV
Yeah.
show, dude.
Nice. I fell into Cheers.
Yeah? Cheers is great.
I fucking love Cheers.
How many seasons were there?
I don't know.
Like 17, 13,
No.
17?
No, I wasn't.
Those-
It just seems like a long time. It was a weekly show
Yeah.
once a week. That's a long time.
Dude,
It
you know,
feels
I'm
like
gonna
an
have to
eternity.
revisit. Remember?
Cheers is fucking awesome, but I fell into that. I was like, I
was it
like
Woody Allen?
bartending. I like bars. I like comedies. Let's see where this goes. This had a good rep back in the day. Let's check it out. Fucking love it, man.
Well, how recently is this? What do you mean?
Well, I finished that 70s show.
Okay.
We were watching that, and then I finished the West Wing. West Wing was my fucking all-time.
West Wing was great.
Oh, so fucking
West
amazing.
Wing was great.
Love the West Wing.
And a diverse cast before it was trendy.
Yeah, it was. I mean, just on all fronts. Love the West Wing. And then we started watching that 70s show. Well, actually, we started watching that 70s show the day we moved into the house. Finally finished it because we watched it over dinner, and then we're like, oh fuck, now we need like a new dinner show, and now it's Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers is great.
Fucking love Cheers.
You know what I
Fucking
love about
phenomenal
Cheers
writing.
is to think that like that was a set
Yeah.
and they almost never left it. Every once in a
Yeah.
while they'll go to the office.
Yeah, or like someone's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be weird.
Yeah,
But they pretty much were there.
yeah.
You know who
Loved it.
created that 3-camera sitcom? Which is what that is. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
camera in the middle, camera on the right, camera
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
left. You know who it was?
Seinfeld.
Desi Arnaz.
Oh, that's right.
He invented that.
That's right. For I Love Lucy. That's right. Good
And you know
shit.
what? The worst thing about him was, I always wonder if he was actually like that because he had to play a stereotype.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like, no, not, or maybe he was actually like that, you mean? I know he wasn't the best husband,
Well, we all know that. Yeah.
but I think like, just as a man, Like the fact that every time something went to shit, he had to get real loud, which is like standard Cuban.
Yeah.
And then break down to Spanish, like standard Hispanic. You know, like I want to know how much more there was to him. And the fact that he was always at the club and he just danced and say, like, I just think there was so much more to that man.
Absolutely. I mean, there was so much talent, you know, throughout the world, but there's always, you know, just racism and bigotry that held it back.
I think that the progress that blacks have made in America over the past 20 years has been so great, and now they got so many great black leaders like pulling the hand down now, instead of before where like a lot of people would say about black actors that made it then that they just got whitewashed.
Okay.
Now there's black creators like who's the dude from Georgia?
I don't know. I'm thinking Tyler Perry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That they're like
Has
pulling
his own
up.
fucking studio. That's
Exactly.
That's huge. Has his own studio.
Now, and it is the second largest studio in the world
That's
behind
amazing.
Hollywood.
That's amazing.
And now I feel like Hispanics are getting to a place where that's going to start happening. I'm excited to
absolutely.
see like positive Hispanic roles in TV and movies and films, especially with people like John Leguizamo doing the work, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Totally
stoked
in
for
favor of
that.
that. Yeah, me too. Hey, you know what?
What's that?
Hey, if you're going to be an asshole,
Uh-huh.
don't be mad when someone out-assholes your assholery.
Thank you. Story of my life, bro.
Yeah. It kind of just piggybacked on what you said earlier about someone outmaneuvering some shit.
Yes.
But this came about because I went to the store the other day, and as I was coming back to the house, I was coming down my suburban street, just regular neighborhood street.
Uh-huh.
And in the middle of the street, there was a car that was stopped. And the guy's friend was like, oh, where do I enter the car from? From the back, from the side? Where do you want me to go? And they're just figuring this shit out in the middle of the street. And I'm like pulled up. And as I'm sitting behind them, the guy finally notices me and he's like, oh shit. And he puts his hazards on. I'm like,
That still doesn't cure.
yeah, that doesn't do anything. And if anything, it's like, oh, I'm going to be here a while. I'm
Yeah.
okay, fuck it, whatever. So they finally complete their transaction. And by that time, I loop around on the side and I pass him on the right. By the time I'm off to the right and we're neck and neck, he's like, oh, we've completed the transaction. We're leaving now.
Yeah. No.
And then he leaves, but I'm already on his side. I'm going to go around him. He speeds up, and I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
So I speed up, and
Yeah.
I cut that motherfucker off.
Uh-huh. And then you slam on your brakes and put your hazards on, right?
Yeah. I look at my rearview mirror, and he's like, man, motherfuck you. And he's throwing up a middle finger, and he's pissed, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not the asshole here, sir.
dude. No.
I'm just trying to get groceries back to my family,
Yeah.
and I was impeded by your assholeness.
Dude, I hate when people don't recognize that they're the source of the assholery here.
Yeah, exactly. So
Like-
don't be mad when you're an asshole and I
Yeah.
see you and I raise you an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be mad.
Yes. Recognize you're the source of the assholery.
Yeah.
And then recognize that you lost.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Take your L.
Simple conversation, bro. You lost. I hate when people ask for like a out of the assholeryness. They ask for something that's yours, and I have a habit of fake giving it to them. And then when they realize they didn't get what they asked for, hey, that's fucked up, man. I'm like, no, you asked for something that doesn't belong to you. You
funny.
fucked up.
Yeah, that's funny. What
But
do
you
got?
know what?
What?
I'm quite honestly tired of PTSD.
You're tired of PTSD. You're tired of going through it?
No. I understand that's a real thing.
Yes,
I understand people truly suffer from it.
absolutely.
I guess I should rephrase this and say that I'm tired of like local pages on Facebook, like what's happening in wherever you live.
That's totally different.
And then someone, no, well, let me tell you where they come from.
Okay.
And someone like is lighting off fireworks, and they go like, well, what about the people with PTSD right now? You're lighting up fireworks in the middle of December or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, you know what, dude? Look, let's get all the people with PTSD and move them to PTSDville and let them fucking freak each other out. That way the rest of us could go back to living normal lives. I'm tired of like some regular ass shit happening
Yeah.
and it going to like the extreme.
Yeah.
Well,
have
you're
to
scaring my
accommodate-
dog and my neighbor just came back from fucking, like, dude, you know what? Like, fuck your dog and your person. There's a kid lighting fireworks.
Just fireworks.
That's a growing experience.
Yeah.
Let him do it.
Yeah.
PTSDville needs to be a place. Somewhere outside of Modesto or something. I don't know.
Assuming that someone can't handle it, I mean, they should be well prepared. I presumably, right?
Yeah.
So let's say that you are an ex-soldier and you're coming back from a combat experience.
Yeah.
And it's fresh. It's 4th of July. You should be well aware that this is going to be the atmosphere you're entering, and you should probably take steps to accommodate yourself.
And guess what?
and not expect the whole world to do it for you.
If
That's fair.
you have PTSD, if you're weaponless, you're harmless. So if you have PTSD and you're armed, you're the asshole. Not the kid sending a firework, which you did. You went to war.
Yeah.
Which means you're pro blowing shit up. Don't blame that on the child that lives next door.
That's true. No one's been drafted.
They might be the next fucking Marine.
Yeah.
You got another one?
I got another one. Yeah. I dare you to be anything but happy with an ice cream cone. Oh, wait. You know what?
What?
There we go. I dare you to be anything but happy. Forgot to set up with an ice cream cone in your hand. It's not possible. If you ever get into an argument with your better half, put a bookmark in that bitch. Go get some cones and then have at it. See how it goes.
That is phenomenal relationship advice, dude.
Yeah.
That is extremely great relationship advice.
Let's have a fucking
I love
argument
that.
while we're trying to fucking fuck you.
You know what?
This
Next
is
time
so
you and me
good.
beef, we need to do that.
Yeah.
Not that we often beef,
Yeah,
but,
but next time.
that is
bookmark.
phenomenal.
Let's go get some fucking ice cream cones.
Yeah. That is great. I love that advice, dude. Me and Natalie are so pro ice cream. Sometimes we tell the kids we gotta go get gas in the car. Because
We just
Nat
go
leaves
get
at
ice
like 4
cream.
in the morning, dude. You know? She leaves at 4 in the morning. I don't want her driving without gas. And we just fucking
Go
chill
get ice
outside the
cream.
thrifty.
That's funny.
You know what really grinds my gears, dude?
What?
Seeing a dryer sheet in the clothes that I'm dropping into the wash. You know what that means?
They're already clean.
That means somebody put clean fucking clothes in the hamper. You're gonna encounter that in a little bit when your kid gets a little older.
Oh man, that's funny.
All right,
that's
dude.
funny. I got one more. You know what?
Yeah, you go.
If you're getting older, just accept it.
Yes.
This shit is awesome. I'm all about these old man activities. Morning coffee, naps, fucking lawn games. I'm all about it, man. Just accept it. I mean, get the body giving out, not great. But as far as like old man activities and wisdom and shit, I'm with it.
You know what I love too is
Just give in.
I heard like old men get classic cars. And so I'm like right there, you know? I'm like right there.
Yeah.
So
What card you want?
I'm excited about. Well, I got my Elcos.
Okay.
I just want El Caminos.
I
Across
want
the board.
a Carmen Ghia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want a 1959 Porsche Speedster.
Yeah.
But the poor man version of that is the Carmen Ghia, so I'll
Yep.
get the Carmen Ghia.
So this weekend,
Yep.
my wife fell ill,
Yep.
but she was on call for work.
Ah.
Okay. So what I decided was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna let her rest. If her phone goes off,
Yep.
I'm gonna answer it, find out if she's on call. If it's a work thing,
Yep.
and I'm gonna say, babe, look, here, get your scrubs on. I got you.
I'll
I'm
take you to work.
because it's far.
Yeah, and it's not safe for her to drive if she's not feeling well.
Exactly.
Yep.
So it's exactly what happened.
Oh.
But when we were up there, I enjoyed some recently legalized things here in California.
I see.
And I went on a stream of thoughts, dog,
Nice.
that I could not fucking get away from. I
Like
created a character that's gonna get us out the ghetto, dude.
Oh, here we go.
I have a character. I'm not ready to announce it yet,
Okay, cool.
but I'm gonna announce a couple you know whats that I wrote because I was just sitting in the car by myself.
Okay, cool. We got time for one more.
One of them was you know what?
What?
I hope nothing serious happens in the next 2 fucking hours. I am way too faded to deal with anything for real. That's all I have.
That's funny.
And the other thing I thought was like, I was in the car.
Yeah.
And I opened something up to snack on, and there was like a fucking just wandering dog, dude, outside.
Oh, nice.
Windows up and everything, right?
Yeah.
I opened the wrapper, and the dog heard.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, oh shit. What?
Dogs can hear a rapper like a motherfucker, dog. If you're opening some shit up,
Oh, they know the universal sound of like, oh, some shit's about to pop
my
off.
god, dude, that fucking blew me away, dude.
Universal sound of potato chips.
Yeah, bro, that
Nice.
shit was too much for me, man, that night.
Good shit. As always, want to thank you all for joining us here in Pound Town. But before we go, we want to remind you, subscribe and leave us and leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening to help the show grow. And be sure to like our Facebook page for the latest topics and conversations, and follow us on Instagram at Social Nuisance Podcast, where you can comment on the stories for the show. Most importantly, don't forget to RSVP for the Ugly Sweater Party taking place Tuesday,
Coming
December
up.
17th, Ontario, Deja Vu Showgirls. It's going down like a
Yeah.
motherfucker. And lastly, Don't forget, there's power in numbers, and together we can be a nuisance towards the betterment of humanity. Invite your friends to Pound Town and help the show grow. My name's Imagine. That is Motion. We'll see you nuisances next time on the Social Nuisance Podcast.
Be truly grateful this Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Be thankful. Express it. Got class and stuff.